Hey, what's going on, everyone? Greg here with RC Driver, and today I want to share with you Spektrum's Smart Technology stuff, mainly their batteries and chargers. And I have to admit, I've had this stuff for quite some time, and I've been using it. I've been enjoying it. And last week, I did receive a message from someone that saw my Tenacity DB review, and they really liked it. They wanted to get one, but they had seen some videos online about the dangers of LiPo batteries, and they were really worried about getting a LiPo battery and wanted me to suggest something that would be safe for them, something that they'd be able to use since they were getting into RC. They weren't aware of anything yet. So I had recommended basically what you see here because I have been using it. It is super easy to use, and I can't wait to tell you guys more about it. So why don't I go over some of the stuff that you're going to see in this video today. Let's go over the charger first, and this is the S2100 charger, and it's a great little compact charger. I mean, this fits on a lot of workbenches, and it's easy to use as well. Now, beyond just the sleek look here, let's look on the front panel, and we have two ports. So you could charge two batteries at one time here. You could charge one battery at a higher rate. This is a 200-watt charger. So when you do go ahead and charge at a higher rate, this will take priority, and it will draw away from the other bank of the charger. But it's fitted with IC3 connectors, and these are back compatible with the EC3 connectors. And so basically you just go and plug your pack right in, and there's a balance port over here as well for the balancing tap. And charging is fairly simple. We'll get to that in a little bit. But up on the face, we do have a dial, kind of like the old iTouches and stuff, where it just uses the touch of your finger to scroll through the menus, a little button to hit enter, and then two buttons here to toggle between the two banks of the charger. On the side, there is a USB port, so you can go charge USB devices such as phones or power speakers or stuff like that. There is a little port for updates, an update port that I found that pretty interesting. And then on the back side of it are these two big fans to cool down the system. And there is the input for the power cord. So the power cord is separate. You get to plug it in, which is much better because if you ever have to change it out because you frayed this for whatever reason, you could get these probably just about anywhere. All right, also in the box is an instruction manual, and that is it. That's all you get in this charger box. So if you are set up for IC3 or EC3 connectors right now, you're good to go, and you could go and start using this charger. However, if you have some other style of connectors, you are probably going to need some adapters or leads. So what I have here is the IC3 to the IC5 because I have a number of IC5 battery packs here, and so I'll be able to go and use those as well. So these are an aftermarket purchase. You do have to go and get these separately, and they do have a variety of other connectors available as well if you have to go and charge some other packs. All right, so here are some of the packs now, and they have a wide variety of battery packs. And so what I have here, I've got a 30C pack, I've got a 50C pack, another 50C pack, a 100C pack, and then they're in the different variety of cell count. So there's 2S packs and 3S packs and 4S packs. And you could get a 3S pack with an EC3 connector on it or an IC5 connector on it. So the wide range is there depending on your particular usage. So beyond just having a lot of available packs to you, the packs themselves have technology built into them. They have a little circuit board inside, and that circuit board helps to detect what's happening with the battery pack, how many charges you've had in the battery pack, how hot the battery pack gets, if there are any faults with the battery pack. So these batteries are quote unquote smarter than a lot of the packs that we were used to. There's an extra lead on here that you'll notice in the connector that goes to the charger to transfer that information, that goes to this smart battery checker that transfers the information, or even to your radio system. And I'm not going to get into the radio portion of it, but these packs with this charger system make everything just very easy for it to use. It's really just a plug-in and play system. Now, you shouldn't go and leave it unattended. You should never leave a LiPo battery unattended. You should even charge it in a LiPo sack. You should always practice safe LiPo charging and again, just be around when that's happening. So that's really it about the batteries. There's also soft case packs that are available for like the airplane side, and even some of the crawler guys, they use some soft case LiPo packs. But the packs, they look cool. They have a lot of technology built in, and even the connectors are very durable, provide a really good connection. But let me go on to just show you guys the smart battery checker and actually servo driver as well. So this is a neat little device. Maybe you should have on hand at all times when you're out running and stuff. There it is. This is the Smart Checker, and again, it's got a nice screen on there. It is touch control, and when I go and light it up, I'm going to bring everything over to the bench and show it to you. Everything lights up nice with a color LCD screen. Over here, we've got the EC3 input. So kind of just like this, we got EC3, so you could go and just hook the battery right up to it, start seeing the information displayed on there. It also has a balance port on the side. So you go plug batteries directly into the side just by the balance tap alone. And then on the other side over here, you could use this to, again, charge your USB devices directly through this. You could hook up a battery to it and use the USB port right here to charge your phone when you're out at the field. There is the port for the servo checker, and it's also got a micro USB port as well. And I'll show you this lit up in a second, but I just want to show you guys what else it comes with. It also has a screen protector for that. We've got an instruction manual in here somewhere. There we go. And a lanyard that just fell on the ground. So that is a handy device to have with everything. And then I just want to mention too while I'm here is, yes, you can go and charge different styles of batteries. Again, if you have different connectors, you could go over to horizonhobby.com and get the right lead to charge it. I've got the EC5s here. I've got some EC3 connectors here. So I can go and charge these batteries right on this charger as well. And it's a multi-chemistry charger too. So I could take my Arma pack that I have here, my nickel metal hydride pack, and I could charge it on this charger as well. All right, let me go and bring this stuff over to the workbench. I'm going to set it all up, and we'll take a closer look at all the functionality that the charger and the Smart Checker have. All right, here we have the S2100. Let's fire this thing up. It's got a pretty cool startup screen. The fans come on for a minute, and then it goes over here to the standard screen where it's a split screen actually, where you can see the two different panels for the two different battery packs. So let me grab a pack over here, plug it in, and it should just detect the battery. See, there we go. It detected the battery. So we've got a 2S LiPo Smart battery on there, and we've got the voltage, and then we've got the voltage range as well. So let's go and let's just kind of push some buttons here. I've been through this before, but here's that touch panel. You can just scroll through and back and forth. Let's see what this charge task is about. So we could do discharge here, storage. Let me just leave it at charge. And then let's go over to battery pack, see all the different types here as well. Oh, no, it's not going to change because it knows it's a LiPo pack. We've got our cell voltage here. There we go. So you could go and drop it down to the 4.19, 4.18. Let me back out of this. And then it knows the cell count already. And we could go ahead and start the charge if we want to. Let's just do that for a second here. And now it gives you a warning here. You could go ahead and charge this battery without the balancer. And that's one thing I would recommend. As I mentioned early on, someone was looking for a safe way to charge battery packs. And the best way to always charge your battery packs, if you're uncertain, is to always balance charge them. And so this is nice that it gives you a warning here, a little reminder. So what you could do is you could go ahead and go and plug in your balance tap. And this is the balance tap right here on the pack. And there are little indentations in the balance insert area here that allow you to plug it in correctly. So we'll go plug this in. There we go. And now we could go back, hit that charge button again. And it started charging. All right, so there you go. It shows you how many amps it's charging at and the milliamp going into it. Let's check this out over here. So we could go ahead. It looks like we could go and adjust the current if we want to as well. So we can raise that or lower that if we want to. But again, if you're uncertain with this particular system, it's picking everything for you. Just stick with it and just hit the start button. So we've got everything charging up right now. Now, if I wanted to, I could go and add another battery pack onto this, set this up. And it can be a different style of battery pack too. So if you wanted to go ahead and charge a LiFe battery or a high voltage lithium polymer battery, you go ahead and charge two different packs at the same time. So that's nice that it allows you to do that. But just the functionality of being able to charge two packs is great because there's a lot of vehicles out there now that require two packs just to run it. So this is perfect for that. So let's stop this pack. There we go. We've stopped charging it. Let me pull this out so I could show you a different pack on charge. So we've backed out of that. And now, for example, let's go and just try this EC3 connector nickel metal hydride battery pack. Let me plug this in, see what it does. All right, it looks like we're going to have to go in and manually program everything. So we're going to charge. We're going to come up here, switch the battery pack out. We're going to go down here to nickel metal hydride. Leave the detection alone. The cell count is automatic. And then with this particular pack, this is a really basic pack, so I want to go down to, I usually charge these around 3 amps just to keep them lasting longer and working fine. There we go, 3 amps and start. Let's see how it works. And there we go. So we can see the amps gradually going up to 3 amps. So it's bringing it up nice and smooth. And now it's going to hover there at 3 amps and charge the battery pack. That's pretty awesome. You get to see all the different details of what's going on here. Pretty neat setup, all the information that this charger can read out, basically. All right, so you get the gist of it there. Let me go plug this battery pack in. Let's see if we could check out a couple other functions. Plug that in. Plug this in. All right, so one of the things that's really cool about the Spektrum packs is all the information that it gives you. Here it's telling us that it's a 5,000 milliamp pack. It's telling us the temperature of the pack right now. Let's see what else we could learn about this pack. So let's scroll through here. So as you could see, this pack has not been used yet. So on the display here, we could see that it is a 2S pack. It's a 30C rating, and it shows here the different functions that can be tracked. So this symbol right here is the cycles, the number of times it's been used. We've got thermal detection over here if it got too hot. And then I believe these two are if it's been overcharged or undercharged. If you went and charged it on a different charger, it would show you that it was overcharged or undercharged. So it's worth it in that respect that it really tracks everything that you would want to know in a battery pack. And is really, it's kind of difficult to track with other battery packs if you don't have the proper tools to do so. So it's doing it all right here, and you get to visually see everything that is going on with your battery pack. All right, now let's put this aside and let's check out the Smart Checker really quickly here. Again, this is a great device to have if you are out on the field or at the track or whatever. You could go ahead and use this to check the status of your pack. So let's plug this in here. And it's got a really nice color screen to it. It's pretty loud. You could actually go in and adjust that. And I forgot to mention that over here on the charger as well. You could adjust things like backlight and then tones and how the tones go off. So it is a very programmable charger as well. You could go, we saw that you could program the batteries, but you could program the individual functions of the charger as well. And we could do that here. The same technology is in the Smart Checker. So we go through and immediately we see everything that's going on with this pack right here on the main screen. So we know it's at 30% charge. Of course, it's a brand new battery pack, so we know it's already in storage charge at 30%. We can see the temperature, we can see the voltage, we can see what the individual cell voltage is here as well. And as you can see, these are balanced perfectly right out of the box. But let's go through and see what we have here. So we could go and use the USB port here. We could start a charge through that. We could test servos, which is very cool. I'm not going to do that here, but you could go through and center your servo. I think that would probably be the most beneficial. But you could check endpoints and you could check load on the servo as well. There's a couple different menus for the servo test. And then we could even go in and balance the cells if we want to. But I guess it's not letting me do that because this is balanced and at a storage charge. So let me back out of this and we could just check this out one more time. There's some additional things you could go ahead and program. So we could do, there's system information. I guess that's for what system it's running right now. Let me back out of that. Then we go down to alarm tone. We could change that. Battery type we could change. So if you go put a different type of battery in, like a LiPo battery, you could go change that out. And then the low voltage alarm. So this little box has a lot of use to it as well. And you could use a number of different ways to hook it up. So you could go and hook it up right through the balance port. Let me plug this in here. There we go. So you can see it even goes ahead and shows you all the information as well through the balance port. All right, like I said, it works with other packs as well. Let's see how this pack fares because I don't think I've used this pack in a while. It's just kind of been sitting. And let's see what it comes up with. No, I had it in a near storage charge, but again, you could see the difference. So I could go in here and balance the cells, and there we go. So what this device is going to do is it's now going to go ahead and discharge the cell until it matches the other cell in the pack. And that is worth it right there. But with the smart batteries, let's say you go to the track and you bring 3 packs with you. You don't use one pack is fully charged. You could actually use the charger to set the internal chip on when you want it to discharge. And this thing will self-discharge and balance the batteries on the inside. So that's a huge benefit to those, again, who don't want to be worried about maintaining their battery packs. This does it for you, basically. It doesn't obviously charge up a pack. If you go and deep discharge a pack, run the pack through, it's not going to bring the cells up to a storage mode. However, if you've charged your battery pack and again have left it or just not used it, after a certain amount of time that you set, it will discharge the pack within the time. And it could be, you could have it within a couple hours, and I believe it's up to like 6 days until it goes and discharges. So that's worth it right there. You know, the pack self-maintains, and a lot of people lose packs because they don't maintain them properly, and it causes problems with the cells, and that's when a battery pack could go bad. But this is basically taking care of itself, again, as long as it has a charge in it. All right, so let's head back to the other workbench, and we'll talk about if these packs and this charger are right for you. So I've been using this Spektrum equipment for a while now, and I have to say, I'm really impressed with what Spektrum is doing. Their radio systems, their new speed controllers and motors, and now the batteries and the charger. You know, everything here is just really easy to use, and it provides a ton of information in the process. And, you know, this battery system here, super simple. I mean, I love just going over and just plugging in the battery and basically just hitting the start button, and it's figuring everything else out for me. Of course, because I'm using the smart packs, but I could go and charge my other packs with it as well. And it's just overall a great system. And I love how that the battery pack, if I leave it charged, it goes and discharges itself down to a safe storage mode. And I actually really like this checker as well. This has come in handy a number of times when I've been out in the field and forgot which pack was which. But again, it's equipment that just makes it easy for anyone of any skill level to use. And that's what I really like about it. And that's why I went and I recommended it to the guy that was asking, you know, what equipment should he get? And he was really concerned about using it. And I think it's going to be really simple for him and possibly you as well. But just always remember to use caution and read the manual before you use it. If you do that, I think you're going to have success with these products. And you know what? I think they're priced right as well. I think the charger was like $150 and this was $40, and the battery range was anywhere from like $50 to $100. And I think that's priced well with comparable equipment that's out there. So if you want a new charger, if you want an easy to use charger, I really suggest that you check out, you know, everything that Spektrum has to offer. I think it would really help make your RC experience a lot more fun. If you haven't done so yet, please click the subscribe button and the notifications bell, and we'll see you back soon for some more RC driver videos. Still looking for more information on Spektrum Smart Technology? Please check out the videos from our friends at Scale Builders Guild and Rock Solid Productions. We'll link to those videos in the description below.